Hey, what's up, crew? Well, I'm here at Walmart in Marshall, Texas. What am I doing? Well, I just got here. I was at the shipper, which is about a mile away. Sat there for 2 hours. What have I been doing for those 2 hours? Editing video. Well, a video. And it's just like the first maybe 4 or 5 minutes of the video. It took me 2 hours to edit. Yeah, around 5 minutes of video, and I'm not even done. I'm telling you, if you're a YouTuber and when you get to the part where you start editing on your phone, it is time consuming. You better have plenty of patience because you will get frustrated quick. Once I got to 2 hours, I went ahead and put myself on PC to move to Walmart just to go somewhere so I can walk around and either just walk around and kill time, or maybe get something to eat. I don't know. But well, I don't even know if I said today's date. I don't even know what today's date is. It's easy to lose track of what day it is. All right, it's Sunday the 22nd of April, and I didn't videotape anything yesterday on the 21st, but I did get I got a load done earlier in the day. Then I got a second load that delivered. Gosh, what little town is it? There we go. I got my ticket right here. Elm Grove, Louisiana. So I picked up in Bossier City, Louisiana. 36 miles from there was Elm Grove. That was my second load of that day. But when I got there, when I got to the shipper for the second load, there was a wait. Got loaded, got to the staging pad, there was a wait there. By the time the sign coordinator for the customer was ready for me, I only had like less than 45 minutes. I told him, hey, I'm not gonna have enough time. So I told him, hey, I'll leave a sign on my truck saying out of hours, available at, and for me, my example was 2 a.m. So he said, okay, great. That way I won't knock on your door and wake you up. So yeah, make sure you do that if you get into that situation. Just go ahead and put a little sign. So have a notepad, a Sharpie. I don't have a Sharpie. I wish I did, but since I'm here at Walmart, maybe I'll get one now. And that way you can just put it on your window, and that way they won't bother you until you're ready. Well, I guess when 2 o'clock came around, maybe they were still loading, or maybe before 1:30 he thought I wasn't ready. Maybe they brought in a set of trucks and they weren't done till right around 5. But it also rained, so I don't know what happened while I was knocked out. I had a little storm pass through for a couple of hours. And actually, I had gotten a text while I was at the staging pad from dispatch saying that the dispatch team in Weatherford, Texas, was under tornado watch, and they had like active clouds in the area, so they were like shut down for a couple of hours. And I don't know if they have like what do you call it, a shelter, an actual shelter that's designed for tornado watch there. I don't know. So I was fine. That was, I mean, I'm assuming that's the storm that came when right around mid-morning, not mid-morning, early morning. So I'm guessing maybe the well shut down, because I did see lightning for the times that I did wake up to kind of see what was going on. But 5 o'clock they knocked on my door, so I was in sleeper berth for 13 hours. So that means I believe with this customer, I believe it's 2 hours free, then $50 or $55 an hour. So by the time I left, it was already, let's see what I put on my ticket. 6:30. So I believe I capped out the 10-hour max. Yeah, I capped out the 10-hour max. So what, extra $500 just for sleeping. Not bad. Got out. They gave me a load on my way out towards the freeway, and started heading towards Marshall, Texas. I get to the shipper. Well, that's another story. The way that I saw on Google Maps, I make this tight right turn, goes underneath the railroad track. And as soon as you go underneath the railroad track, there's an entrance, but they have it's not a truck entrance. I'm like, oh, great. So I look at Google Maps real quick. It's like, okay, if I go straight, make a left, then I should get to the main entrance. That was really tight. I was able to make it, but it was not designed for trucks. So finally get there. I get to the entrance. I make a call to the driver who's behind me, who was going to the same place. I told him, hey, don't come this way, go this other way. Well, I finally go up close to the scale house. They have safety rack there, so you have to use that to open your hatches. So I go ahead and use that, but in the meantime, I leave my phone in here. I get back in after I open my middle and my rear hatch. I see that I missed 2 calls, one from dispatch and one from the driver that I told to go this other way. I called the driver first, say, hey, what's going on? He says, hey, I just got a call from dispatch saying that they put the load on hold. They're thinking they might be done. I'm like, all right, let me check with dispatch, because they called me. I called them, said, yeah, are you loaded? I'm like, no, I'm not. He says, okay, well, they canceled this load because they think they might have enough sand with what they have now, probably at the staging pad or already inside the equipment, the silo and movers. And I'm like, okay, all right. So they call like 30 minutes later, say, hey, what's the update? I said, okay, yeah, we got a confirmation. They do have enough sand, and just stage in that area, and we'll let you know. So that's why I was sitting there for 2 hours. I figured, I was like, all right, let me stay here so that way I can focus on editing. And I just had to take a break after 2 hours of just like, because I'm doing it on my old phone and my new phone. Basically, I have footage from my old phone, transferring it to the new phone, and doing all the editing in the new phone, and using 2 apps to do that. So I'm using one app to do certain things, then I save it, then I use another app to do the Splice app to speed up the certain clips where I speed it up. I do what the secret to that is, okay, the app will only double the speed. All right, so I get the clip, I shorten it to what I want to speed up, I double it. Well, that's not fast enough. So I got to save it to the phone, delete the project I'm on, reopen a new project, and upload the new the new footage that's been doubled already, and then double that, and then just do it until I get to the point where, all right, that's exactly where I want it, and then save that, and then delete all the other ones that ended up until I got to the final version. So all that takes time, because once you save it, it's gotta, once you've got it to where you want it, you gotta save it to the phone, and that takes uploading, and that takes about a minute or 2, depending on how big the clip is. So all that's very time consuming. So finally got to 2 hours. I was like, you know what, I need to take a break. This is getting really frustrating, and I need to walk around or do something. So I'm at Walmart. The other driver, he's staged at Kroger, which is just down the street, because I had called him just in time before he got to where I was going to tell him to drive the first go round, and So he parked there since dispatch had got a hold of him and told him that his load was canceled. So that's where I'm at right now. Very busy morning. The good thing is I got paid for sleeping. I had to do a reset, got a fresh set of hours, unloaded, so I got paid for the load for the first 2 hours of my 14. But now I'm just sitting tight. I'm maybe 20 minutes away from another shipper that might be going to St. Augustine, so we're waiting on that, hoping that they'll call in loads for that run. Basically, you're picking up in Hugh Springs and taking it to St. Augustine, which is a little over 100, almost, gosh, I think 120 miles last I checked. I'm not 100% sure, but all these different wells, you lose track of which is which. Well, at least for me, I do. And so if sometimes I'll leave notes on Google Maps, I'll label it saying, hey, this is where the staging pad is. Or if I go, what I'm trying to do now is when I go to a shipper, I'll take pictures of it and I'll upload it on Google Maps and say, I'll use an app and put text on it, on the picture, and then upload that final picture into Google Maps saying CB channel 22. But I'm starting to put my little, like, I don't know if they call it a watermark. So I'll say H-Town Trucker YouTube. So kind of promoting myself at the same time, but also being informative, saying, hey, this is where the scale is. This is the CB channel. And anything else I can think of. So I'm like trying to be helpful for other drivers who are going to that shipper, saying, hey, this is what it's going to look like, and this is like the entrance of what it's going to look like, and this is where the scale house is, or not exactly, but this is how the scale house is going to look, and this is the scale and the CB channel, whatever information that might be helpful for somebody else who's going to this location for the first time. But also, the pain in the rear it is, sometimes these shippers have different names. You'll go there and it'll say Mineral Tech, but on paper it's Samsand or something like that, some other company. But the good thing is it's going to have the same address, so when you click on it in Google Maps, I'm basically saving it to what Google Maps is saying the company is called. So hopefully whoever's heading to the shipper will click on that. But oh man, that was a lot. I can't believe I've already been rambling for 13 minutes now. But hopefully when I upload this, I'll upload something else, just in case you want to skip to something else. But at this point, if you already invested 13 minutes, I appreciate you for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. And at this point, I've already surpassed 700 subscribers, and guys, I appreciate it for subscribing. I really do. And feel free to comment below. Let me know if you got any questions. You can comment below or send me an email, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.